my dogs, look, man, we gotta understand that every day is a grind, right? Every day is a chance to get better. Every day is a day to improve. Every day is a day to just be 1% better, right? You know how people be like, it's just about being 1% better? Every day is just about being 1% better, right? In all aspects, right? Fitness, your mental health, within, you know what I'm saying, your money and God. Like every day is a day to be better. Every day is a day to improve, but you have to grind for it, right? It's a lot of things in life you really have to grind for, right? Because there comes a point in time where things stop getting handed out to you, right? And you start to wake up as a man, and you literally look at things like, man, like the only way I'm gonna get this is if I grind, right? The only way I'm gonna get this is if I put my faith in God, right? And what that teaches you is one, how to mature, right? Because you start to mature and you start to understand that this life does not give you handouts. But also you start to understand that God also has your life in his hand, right? So with that being said, buddy, you got to get to work, right? You got to get to grinding. You got to get to, you know what I'm saying, however your grind looks like. You have to make sure that it's legal, all right? I'm going to put that out there. Make sure your grind is legal, all right? I don't want you out there selling weed or nothing like that, right? But make sure you out there and make sure that you actually putting in work, bro. Because it's the works, right? Not only just our faith, but it's the work that we also put in that helps us achieve the things that we want. And something that I realized this morning is that whenever you feel like you don't want to put in work, just always think about the fact that if I don't do this today, I will never reap tomorrow, right? If I don't put in the work today, if I don't grind today, I will never see the fruits of my labor tomorrow. And that's the type of mindset you have to have, that even though I don't want to do this, even though I don't want to work, even though I don't want to grind, I'm going to do it anyway, because I understand if I don't grind today, I'm not going to see my harvest tomorrow, right? But I also want y'all to understand this, is that during this grind, make sure God is with you, right? Make sure God is before your grind. Let's just put that, right? Because when we try to do it by ourselves, when we try to grind and when we try to hustle by ourselves, you're not gonna get nowhere, right? You're not gonna be able to achieve the things that you actually want. Because first of all, if God already knows, right? He already knows what your life looks like. He already knows the desires of your heart, right? So if he already knows this, why not have him first? Why not have him controlling the boat, right? And you just do the work. Why not? If I know, right, that the GPS knows exactly how to get me to my destination, why not listen to the GPS and not just drive? And that's exactly how you gotta look at it, is that you gotta grind, but you gotta allow God to be God at the same time. And so today I just wanna motivate you, bro. I want you to feel empowered to understand that it's the grind, right? I believe that every man should be on his grind, right? I don't believe that the grind should be over the man, but I feel like the man should be at his grind, right? And when I say that, I basically mean that I don't believe that your grind should take over you, right? Don't idolize the grind, right? Don't allow the grind to be a god. Don't value money, right? Don't do it. Like, don't allow it to be your god, but do understand that you got to work. God requires us to work. Like, we have to work to survive. But I want you to understand to not only grind, but to also put God first in your grind, right? Because nothing is going to be handed out. God doesn't just hand stuff to us, right? Now, sometimes every now and then he may just drop blessings, right? But majority of the time, we had to put in work to even receive that blessing, no matter how small or how big the blessing is, right? And some of the things that you're gonna realize later on, as your spirit in your spiritual walk, is that God is never going to give you something that you're not prepared for, right? God is never going to give you a car if he feels like you're not going to be able to steward it right. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You're not going to allow a child to drive a vehicle knowing that they can't. knowing that they're not going to be able to drive it. Like you're just not going to you're just not going to give them a car, bro. Like, let's just be a band, right? So God is not going to ever give you something that you're not prepared for. Because first off, how would that look on God, right? If God is our Father and he knows what's best for us, why would he give you something that he knows you can't handle right now? God probably know you can't handle a relationship right now, so he's probably not gonna give it to you. Like, you probably know you can't handle a car right now, so he's not gonna give it to you, right? He probably knows that you can't handle your finances the right way, so he's probably not gonna give you that great job that, you know what I'm saying, that pays a lot of money. Like, yo, we have to be real with ourselves, and we have to understand that God is our Father. He knows what's best, right? Even on this grind, he knows what's best, right? He knows what you need, right? He understands that, you know, we have desires and we have wants, but God is always going to give you what he feels whatever he feels is best for you, right? And I know that it's easier said than done, and I know that it's easier to just say, well, God, you know, he gonna give you what you want in his time, and you know what I'm saying, it really is hard. Like, it really is hard, you know, trying to go through life, you feel me, and believe and trust that God is going to give you everything that you need at his timing. But let me ask you this, like I said before, you don't know what your future looks like. You don't know what your future looks like. You don't know if you're gonna be dead tomorrow, the next day, next month, or next year. Like, you don't know. So I much rather put my faith in the hands of God, you know what I'm saying, the God of the universe that knows everything, that knows all, right? And that understands the plans for my life, than to put it in my hands and I don't know what even my future looks like. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we have to think of it that way. But I know I probably went left from the grind and trusting in God and stuff, but you know what I'm saying, that's what you get when you watch a Tyler Talley video, bro. God just blessed me with a new car, man. As you can see, it's really, really, really nice, bro. God just blessed me with a new car, and this is something I've been praying for. You know what I'm saying? I've been praying for it. I've been asking God for a car, and when I think about it now, back then I wasn't ready, right? I wasn't ready. I was still like a little immature with my money. You know, I'm still trying to grow, but I was very immature with my money. I didn't really care about saving and stuff like that. And I just didn't understand that it's gonna take work to keep up with a car. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna have to make some extra money, you know what I'm saying, just in case, you know, the car mess up or something like that. It's just little things that you have to understand that God looks at. And so, like I said, bro, I just want y'all to continue on your journey, continue on your passion in life, right? Like, my passion, bro, I love to motivate people, right? I want people to feel their best, right? I want to uplift people. That's just who I am. And so, find out what's your passion? Like, what do you love to do? You feel me? And then work at that. You know, and just continue to grind at your craft. Whether that's cutting hair, whether that's, I don't know, man, like, you know, cutting grass, or even making videos. Like, continue to grind at it, bro. Because understand, the day you don't grind, the next day you will never see the fruits of your labor, right? So continue to grind, man. I want everybody to be successful out here, bro. And I just appreciate y'all for watching these videos, man. I appreciate y'all for liking them, for just staying tuned. Cause I know I'm all over the place. I'm trying to work on it. All right, I'm trying to work on it. But y'all, let's stay uplifted, man. Let's just continue to grind, man. Let's just continue to work at our crafts. Let's continue to be 1% better every single day, man. Not allowing things to stress us out. You feel me? Because some of us are still young. Like, I'm 18. Like, I'm 18 years old. and you know, try not to allow certain things to stress me out, try not to allow certain things to get me off track, and still trying to, you know, pursue what I want to do in life. Is it easy? Nah, but I know in the end that it's gonna be worth it. You feel me? And that's just some of the things that we have to think about. And in the end, it's gonna be worth it. So I just want to uplift y'all. I want y'all to be blessed, bro. And continue to work at your craft. Continue to grind. Continue to put God first before your grind, but before your craft, anything. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video, man. Let's go.